Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Daniel's breaking. So this is a rematch from earlier on in the event. Stan put Daniel to the B-side. Just a little while ago, Stan lost the hot seat match to Mark Goodwin, who's sitting on the point waiting for the winner of this. I am not positive. I'll have to do some check-in, but I'm not sure if this is a true double dip or if it's a long race in the finals. But Daniel just came off of a big win against Nick Kruger. And let's see if he can get some revenge here, get back to the finals. Race to 6. This is a 96 player tournament, the Ford Classic, first annual. Secret Wong and Clay Belvoir put this on for Ford. He was there. It was really cool. Lots of good stories were told during the players meeting. Great tournament. Lots of good players in this tournament. All right. Daniel struggled with his break in the last match. He dry broke sometimes, but he was breaking from the head ball. His last break, he broke from this right side. Got a little funky. Cue ball came off, clipped a couple balls and scratched, but that's not going to deter him from adjusting and crush the break. Great table here for stripes. The only tough positional shot is going to be for the 14, but I mean he's got the 13 and the 10 to give him position on that. So favor Daniel to get out here. If you haven't watched any of the streams today or this weekend, this is EvoSports Stream is a temp setup that Justin Lee and Patrick Nix put together for Secret to be able to have for this event, for the streaming table. I'm commentating from home in Yakima. Yeah, great shot. Daniel's hitting them good. I didn't get to watch their first match, but this was yesterday. The tournament started yesterday around 10:30 a.m. It was a race to 5 on both sides until you got to the money rounds. Then it shifted to a race to 6. And great shot. And Daniel lost 5-3 to Stan in their match yesterday, which was only like a second round match. Great shot. Probably center ball, maybe a little bit of right handing. Let's just to straighten it up a little bit. Come back across. Shoot the 8 in the bottom right. It's going to take rack 1. Good shot. Stan was struggling with the break as well. So we'll see what he's adjusted. Daniel made that adjustment when he was playing with Nick at the very last rack, and he stuck with it here in the first rack, and obviously you can see how that worked. So yeah, Daniel's had a long road of it. After losing the third round on the A side to Stan, he played Cindy Sleva, then he played Michael McGovern, played Melissa Rushton, then he played Chandler Dakota, Amon Sunar, Stephen Weekly, Gus Targonsky, and Nick Kruger to get to this. Lots of play, lots of strong players. Stan's going to do a second ball break too. Everybody's been struggling with the head ball break. So most everybody's been breaking from the side. Even players that were breaking for the head, still breaking head ball, were breaking from the side. Yeah, Stan crushed it. But let's see here. Solids look good, but I don't think he's got a shot on one. This this one ball sitting in his pocket down here is what shifts the tide for solids versus stripes in this rack. But I mean, he can start with his 13 ball here. He can always shoot the 12 and follow that one ball in too later in the rack. So it's not a gimme, but it's there. Nice shot. He might have come a little too far for that. I mean, it's still manageable, but he definitely doesn't want to be hampered by the 6 ball. No, he's not. It's right next to it. Just draw the side rail and back out. Well, I'm not sure if he was saving the 14 as a key ball anyways. But I don't think so. I think he was wanting to use the 14 to get a better, manageable, clear position on the 12 to do this shot here. But it's still doable. Oh, wow. I didn't even see that that could go off there like that. Great shot. You might have to bank the 12. I can't tell if you can see the 14 or not. But yeah, it was a good shot. I thought the one was a little further down and wasn't going to allow him to do that. Yeah, he's just going to bank the 12. I don't know why you would try to force something off the 14. I mean, if he could see the 14 clear, then he could obviously play it and play the 12 past the 1, or he could even play that 14 and play it with some draw and come 2 rails off between the 3-4. But I think that's all. I think he has to masse into that, so he just needs to play the bank. Yeah. Even if he didn't stun over, a little bit so he's straight on the 14. He could even just cut the 14 a little bit and has that 6 as a stopper. So he just had to focus on making that ball. It was great. Great out. You guys both are breaking better than they have been in their other matches. So this should be a good, probably quick match. So we'll see. All right, let's see if he sticks with it. See if he crushes the break again. Wow, that cue ball just sat up right there. He's got a straight in shot on the 12 or the 15, but he stripes look good. 7-6 is pretty funky there to even think about solids. Yeah, taking his time, doesn't want to shoot too fast. Is there anybody in this watching the stream that played in this event? All right, did he hold for the 9? Yeah, good shot. Yeah, he should be able to just run through this 13 a little bit. Come off, shoot the 11 in the side. Yeah, a little different pattern than what I was thinking. I thought he had shot the 11 first. Oh, I got the 11 and 13 mixed up anyways. Yeah, that's all right. I didn't like it. I was thinking that 11 would have been the key ball, shooting the 13 in this corner down here, and then shooting this ball this way, and then the 11 for the side. But it's hard to argue. Daniel's a extremely talented player, so. And this is a true double dip. Secret messaged me back and said it's a true double dip format. I'd like to see him kick this ball in right here. Let's see it. Yep. Start with that 5 ball. This will probably be 2-1 here, but I can tell you there was a couple racks that Stan missed some shots that Stan wouldn't normally miss in that last match against Mark for the hot seat. So they're never a gimme. Right here, he came a little far to shoot that 4. Oh, I could see it. Yeah, even if he overhit this shape to the 7, he'd have the 6 ball, but got good to the 7. So far, Daniel made that first big mistake here, not getting out where typically would have. So let's see if this rack plays a big difference in this match or not. You guys don't make a whole lot of mistakes, so sometimes it's just, you know, that guy that blinks first or blinks the most loses. So good shot. This is a big game. Stan's breaking. Who's going to take the lead with the break? Shot. No, Julian, this isn't at the Golden Fleece. I'm not sure what that is referencing that you're seeing. This is actually at the 15th Street Grill. It's the first annual Ford Classic. Like I said, 96 players. Lots of strong players in this. Mark Goodwin is sitting in the hot seat, waiting to play the winner of this match. It's true double dip format, so they'll have to beat him twice. Races to 6. Yeah, good break. Yeah, Stan's got his break figured out right now. 10 ball on the side. He's off and running. $100 buy-in. 85 of that went to the prize pool. So $100 buy-in, but $10 of it. It's a Ford Classic, first Ford Classic. So what they're doing is they gave Ford an option. They took $10 from the entry fee, and it's going to be submitted to a charity of his choosing. He chose a charity in reference to diabetes. And then there was a $10 admin fee. Secret Wong and Clay Belvoir put on this event. They've been planning it for a few months, put a lot of work in for it, and $10 admin fee. However, Secret often does, and she did again here, is she took half of that, so 5 of that, and added it back to the prize pool. So 85 of it goes to the prize pool. There's also multiple $40 side pots that were purchased or available for purchase. I'm not sure how many bought into each one of those, but there was a winner take all. There was just a standard side pot that paid out. I don't know if it paid top 8, top 12, top 16. It's just an open side pot, as Stan is quickly running out. And then there was a 625 and under $40 side pot, and then there was a 500 and under $40 side pot. So lots of money, different money going out to different groups of people. Great turnout. Filled the tournament with alternates. Stan takes a 3-1 lead. Broken ran both his breaks. Daniel broken ran his first and then hooked himself on the ball before the 8, the last rack, for another break and run. So and Stan got out. So it's 3-1, but there's really only been that one mistake. Let's see if Daniel can breaking from the right, crushing the break. Stan's breaking from the left, crushing the break. So see if he can keep it going. Oh, that 7 ball is going to fluke in there. That's good. He didn't pocket the ball he's normally been pocketing, but that 7 ball came off and bailed him out there. Yeah, 11's in a terrible spot, but solids aren't very good. If that 4 and 6 weren't tied up, he might play the 11-2 combo, but I don't think the 8 goes either. So I think he's just got to start with a 14 ball, and he's got to find a spot. It's too bad the 15's where it's at, because he could roll his 14 in and get a back cut on the 12 to run down into this 11, but you got to play the 15 too. Unless he chooses to just play shape backup table for that 15. That 4-6 makes it hard to play the 14, play the 12, and then play the 15 and try to spin 2 rails down into the 11. It's the angle you have to come off to be able to get past the 4 without hitting it. It's going to be hard to come down and clip the 11 or the 2. Oh, great shot. That's not pleasant down here. It's hard to tell where these are sitting. I mean, can he play the 13 into the 5 and get it to combo that ball in? I mean, it looks like it's aimed to here, but if he hits it coming this direction at it, you know, he's got to hit it soft, but it's really too bad he doesn't have another shot, because he could always play shape and play the 11 off of his ball down here, but man, he made a good attack at that. He just come up funny. Looks like they might be having some internet issues there. Stream's starting to freeze up a little bit on us. Hopefully not. See if it levels out. Hopefully we don't have to reset the stream. Yeah, it looks like it got cleaned up. Ooh, fought that in there a little. Oh, that's wired for the bank, huh? Nope. Yeah, I figure that's probably the time to separate those balls. Doesn't want to start forcing everything else in and not taking care of that problem or the 5 down here. All right. I'd like to see if he plays a safety here. I mean, you could try to play him down, bank the 9 out of here and have the cue ball come off and get him on the backside of this 8 ball. Force him into kicking at something or using the 5. Don't want to move the 11 though when you do this, and you shouldn't if you're banking straight into it. But he might be playing a combo here. It's hard to tell. Yeah, no, he's gonna try to get him on there. Great shot. He wanted to get closer because he doesn't want to give Stan an option to try to come off this, come off the side rail here for an escape off the 2. He's not going to be able to probably pocket anything, go offensive, but just a containing kick. Yeah, Daniel doesn't have. I mean, if that Stan's probably looking to see if Daniel can play that combo in some sort of way. If he can, then Stan will do something different. But if he can't, then he's just going to leave that there and call him the 1 ball. Not being froze on the 8 gives him a couple chances or a couple options at the kicks here. Yeah, he is fully committed trying to pocket this 1. But if he doesn't, not really going to leave Daniel table to get out on. He just doesn't want to clip it and come over and scratch playing it with speed. No, he drills it. It's crazy. All right. Great shot. Now the question is how does he get an angle down here to break the 5 out? I mean, almost any way you're running into this, if you try to run into it without playing a ball off that stripe or something, any way you run into this, you're not really going to position the 5 into a manageable spot. Is he looking at trying to break it out from here, or is he going to use this 4 to get shape to something different to hit it? Yeah. Trying to leave himself a back cut on the 6. All Let's see what he comes up with. Easily scratch trying to play down to this somehow. What is he? All right, I want to see this. Come on, stream. Don't start cutting out on me now. Yeah, that was going to be hard no matter what. I mean, Daniel made a good shot there, but I'm not sure how Stan was going to get out of that. And Daniel's got a table to get out on here. Is this stream getting choppy for you guys as well? The video? Yeah, Daniel's stealing one back here again. Peace out, Daniel. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. I just messaged Secret to see if there's internet issues or if maybe she has to reset something. We'll see. All right, Stan's been crushing the break too. He broke and ran his first two. Pockets the ball here. Not as easy of a layout as the last couple. Not that those were simple, but a little more manageable than this. Yeah, first shot, kind of tree topped a bit. Let's see what he comes up with here. And last thing he wants to do is keep running out without a really good opportunity to get that 5 separated out of there. Yeah. Need to clip that ball a little fuller to get that 5 to separate a little more. Well, stripes aren't in the best of spots. Daniel's tree topped. I mean, he can cut this 9 on the side and it'll take a run at those stripes down there, but this isn't easy. Taking a run at those stripes is gonna, he's got to pocket the ball for sure. This will be in really bad shape. Definitely tough to shoot this from here. The nice thing is you can kind of just focus on just pocketing that ball because it's just going to automatically go that direction. There's nothing you have to do as far as manipulation of the cue ball, I don't believe, but yeah, treetop really made that harder. Not sure. It's hard to see from here. It looks like he missed the 9 completely on the way down and then hit it coming back. So didn't really leave Stan in a good spot. Where Stan's in a bad spot is that 6 is messed up now, but he doesn't even really have any balls down that direction to be able to reposition the 5-3, any of that. Daniel, on the other hand, the 9's in a bad spot, but the 14 ball can bail him out for that. And then the 13 ball up there can reposition those stripes for him. Not like any of it's easy, but I just feel like right now the table is in Daniel's favor. The layout, at least. Can he see the edge of that 3? Or enough of the 3? He can't. What is he doing here? Is he going to try to play the 6-9-4? Crafty, crafty, crafty. Great shot, Stan. It's hard to see the angle on which he'll be coming. I don't think he can come off right into those. Playing center ball. Plays this with like a bunch of low left. Man, that's just, He's going to have to hit this really good, however he hits it. Oh, wow, he went around it the other way. Great shot. But no love. I don't even think he can see the edge of the 5 either, just to thin it and try to get him over on the 3 or anything either. Kick at this 3 ball. Nice and easy. That's a good shot. Oh, great shot. Daniel made a really good attempt there, but left stand a shot. Daniel's break. Let's see how he does. Dry break and a fairly decent table. Another, got some pretty tough positional shots he's got to make here, but he's weighing his options. Hard to tell if he's in the window there or not. He might have to play this combo here. He doesn't have to, but can't tell if the 10 goes. Shot. This is where I might do too much with it. I might play the 14 so my cue ball comes off and leaves me some angle on this 13. And play the 13 and drive forward into this 8 and get the 8 repositioned. Even though it doesn't have to, you can leave the 14 and you could bank the 8. You could play shape from the 14 to the 8, short side. No, Chris, this is the third place match. Mark Goodwin has the hot seat. He beat Stan Hill for the hot seat. So the winner of this match finishes, or the loser finishes third. Winner has to double dip Mark. It's a true double dip format. So race to 6, they got to beat him twice. I think he's wanting to come further so he could maybe play this here with like a stop shot and play the 10 in the side and drift over here, run into the 6, or just play short side into that window. Or even if he got straight on the 10 to play it down here, then he could draw from that 11 over into that shape for the 8. But he got 50-yard line here, so now he's got to put in a good shot here. I clipped the 5. Now he's in trouble. Daniel had a rack a little bit ago where he was on a break and run, did something similar to this, a little worse because he couldn't even see his ball. He had to try kicking at it, but I think a similar problem because he didn't get out and just left Stan a wide open table, and I think that's probably what we're looking at here. I think the 6 is in the way of banking that ball too. Yeah, I think that's all Stan could get there. He's in trouble. Daniel has a table he should get out on here. He's just making sure that he's choosing wisely. He doesn't want to make a mistake here. This is big because Stan still has the advantage in the match. Alternate break format, and Stan is breaking next. And with this 2-game lead, and with how he's been breaking and pretty much breaking and running all of his breaks, he he has the lead with the break. So Daniel doesn't want to make a mistake here and let Stan to the hill first. For some that have joined late, don't know, it's the first annual Ford Classic 96 player tournament. It filled with alternates. Final 3 paid top 24. They all came back to today. This is the final 3. It was a race to 5 on the A side and B side for the beginning of the tournament. Once you hit the money rounds, then it turned into race to 6 on both sides. Daniel's on the B side thanks to Stan. Stan put him on the B side yesterday, midday, 5-3. Stan's on the B side thanks to Mark Goodwin. Beat Stan Hill for the hot seat. Yeah, probably don't force too much. Draw back just a little bit. Get past the 5. Yeah. You just use the 5 to get to the correct side of the 8. He's good. Yeah, it's a good out. Yeah, of course, Chris. Any questions you got? Chat for this event today has been pretty slow and boring, so Stan crushed it, made a ball. Cue ball got funneled up on that end rail there, so I can't see if he can see the edge of the 12 to cut it in. If he can, he's shooting it, trust me. He just doesn't want to clip the 6 and shove the 6 down towards the 14 and make that a tied up ball. If he's going to be able to play it off the 6, then he needs to play it with speed. Good shot. I'm not sure Stan was trying to stun and hit into that ball and stop for the 14, or if he's actually trying to stun, come off the side rail and back out for the 14 and miss that completely. No, Aaron, it's 4-3. It was 4-2. Stan had a 2-game lead. He missed it. I think he knew too. He jumped up quite a bit as soon as he hit the ball. This right here is a huge game for Daniel and Stan, obviously, but gives him a chance to square it up with the break. So he'll be back in the lead and in the breaking advantage here. Nice shot. Very composed, hitting every ball super clean. Shows you the experience he's got playing at this level. These are the things you can't teach. All right, let's see if Daniel can get his break straightened out a little bit. He's been struggling with his break. This is the time to get it straightened out, though. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We're on hold. Maybe a quick little restroom break or something. While we're on break, I have a little trivia question, I guess. I say it's a trivia question, even though it's me just trying to learn how to pronounce Stan's last name. Is it TOURANGEAU? TOURANGEAU? For as long as I've known him, and many times I've talked to him, I've never asked him. So if you know, spell it out for me. TOURANGEAU, TOURANGEAU, or some other way without me knowing. Stan must be on a restroom break. This is at the 15th Street Grill. If you're nearby, head on over. See a bunch of people at the top of your screen. You see them sitting around. There's a crowd down there watching. Definitely go watch live if you can. A lot of money added to this thing, so support. Oh, man. It's too bad. Feel his pain. I'm sure we all do. Yeah, this is the ball to start with, but that 2 ball, can't tell if the 2 ball goes clean past the 3 or not, or if he has to get the 3 out of there first to play it clean. That's a whole little mess he's got to get figured out. That's what he's looking at now. Yeah, that looks like the spot right there. So you try to shoot this and draw into the 14. Try to be able to see the 4 next. Oh, he's drawn across. Man, I didn't realize he was on that side of the ball. Great shot. Yeah, Stan's also got the next break. Nice out, Stan. It's pretty unfortunate for that ball to come down and scratch for Daniel. Now let's see if Daniel's going to have another opportunity here. Oh, he crushed it. But look at that cluster on the left-hand side. Tell me how many balls are up in there. But I mean, can he cut the 10 in right here and get a good enough piece of the 10 to be able to come off and separate those? Because you'd like to be able to get bottom side of the 9 to be able to come off and break them out, but I mean, you can use that 12 and draw back for it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Instead of drawing all the way back, he just went ahead and brought himself over to be able to, excuse me, be able to move this 10 out of his way so that he can play this cut. Smart. Now he can choose where he runs into it and how he runs into it without that 10 ball hampering his cue ball. Wow, that turned out perfect. Wow. Yep. I don't know how you could hit that any better. Yeah. It's a great tournament, though, for Daniel. Stan finishes